I'll do it too. You want to make this into the...
Oh, no. Oh, God, please, no.
Turn this into the devil's three-way?
Hits we play.
Yeah.
The more hits we get, urlradio.net. Stacy Sturm.
Adam Steen.
Nicci Johnson.
This is so wrong.
shit just
2016.
I'm so sweaty
Okay.
right now.
Here was my talk to myself in 2016. I'm like, I need to get my life right. I need to focus on work. I can't be such a deviant. I need to be more structured, and I need to get my like less about relationships
Right.
and things like that, and just focus more on my professional life.
Right.
And then you assholes come in. Yeah, great.
These guys are bad.
They're horrible influences. Because now all I feel like doing is knocking off the rest of the day, eating a pizza and drinking some beer. Like
Naked.
Don't forget chocolate yummy.
I just want a massage.
chocolate yummy.
And maybe some sedatives. Maybe a drink.
Actually, you should get the sedatives first and then get the massage. It's
Right.
going to be twice as relaxing. It's going to be great. All right, let's talk about...
Sedative, like catnip?
No, that's not a
Yeah.
sedative at all, I don't think. Not for people. I think it's opposite for people, isn't
I
it?
think you use catnip tea. For, like, I think you mix a little bit with chamomile and stuff like that.
I'll trust you on that. I've never had catnip. Like,
My cat.
I've never tried it.
I need some people catnip.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? I'm thinking that's not a bad idea. How come more people don't just use catnip
They sell it at Terry's.
when they're like all worked up? I don't know either.
But my cat used to insist that she didn't care about catnip, so I left a bag of it. Like a
She insisted?
full- yeah.
My cat insisted.
Yeah, well, I brought it to her, and I kind of put some down on the floor, and she was just like, "Pfft, whatever. So I was just like, all right, she doesn't like catnip, and figured it was okay to leave the baggie sitting on the counter.
Yeah.
Got home that night from working. My entire kitchen floor is covered in catnip, and the cat's just laying in the middle of it. Like,
This catnip stuff's good.
no.
Yeah. All right, speaking of that, let's talk about threesomes.
Yeah.
This is a reason that actually, this is against threesomes. Oh, God, you're coming over to me with your phone. I don't even know if I want to see this.
I was just shifting in my chair.
Just getting a little shifty over here.
You are shifting.
It's going to start
Like
moving
that
her
a little bit. Okay, reasons for not having threesomes. These are the top 5 reasons for not having threesomes. I got this off of cracked.com.
Yeah, I was about to say, this sounds like a
That's
cracked
legit.
article.
Yeah, what a guy actually did is he decided he was going to do, for experimental purposes, have several threesomes.
Kind of like Sex in the City.
Yes.
Sure.
And this is what he came up with.
Is that need Craigslisted or like?
Yeah, honestly, he did.
For
A lot of it was
science.
Craigslist.
Scientific research.
Yes.
I get it.
He didn't tell them it was for research.
That's brilliant.
That he was a writer and he was just doing it for research. But he was like, for a psychological experiment, I'm looking to have a threesome. So I need another couple. All of a sudden, all your wheels are like churning over
Go
there.
on.
Okay, so coming in at number 5, and his end result was not a one threesome worked out well or was great.
Oh.
So here's reasons why. Coming in at number 5, the third wheel is an expression for a reason. The reason you see 2 people on a date way more often than you see 3 is because the third one kind of feels like an asshole. Literally and figuratively, the third one is in the way and will inevitably be a distraction to the other 2. No matter what, someone is always left out of this stuff.
It's true.
They feel like they're not participating enough.
I've experienced a few of those.
So the third person always is kind of like feeling jealous because somebody's getting more attention than they are. Next, it will test any kind of friendship or relationship you might have with somebody. If you ask a friend or acquaintance and their wife if they want to have a threesome, be prepared to sit on the sofa for a lot of uncomfortable silence. And then there's going to be a big discussion on, is it going to be okay for our relationship? This will occur when you do the same with even like an acquaintance, an old roommate, your neighbor. It's a go-to reaction. both halves of the couple have to have the exact amount of interest at the exact same time to avoid alienating one another. Like if the dude was all hot damn man sex, and then the wife is like less impressed with the idea, it's not going to be good for the relationship. Likewise, if she hopped right on your lap and was like, yeah, poppy, let's get it on, and he's like, I'm not quite sure I want you screwing my wife, then this is not going to go well. So they both have to be in the exact same place at the exact same time and wanting the same thing, which is rare. Trust. That's the third reason.
These like flashback memories of like all these crazy nights. Oh, yeah.
Like was sex with anyone for the...
In detail?
No, she's not going to want to. Sex with anyone for the first time is awkward. They're both like looking at her. Steve's so excited. He's twisted his mustache.
Like sticking straight
He's just
out.
like, he's got an erect mustache. He's...
Mustache is erect. Oh, God.
So sex with anybody for the first time is awkward. And then you take that basically times 2. So there's a real weird intimacy thing. They actually shut off that connection even more than usual because you don't necessarily want to make your partner feel like weird or like you enjoy this new person more. The two of you have an established relation of trust, so you don't want to literally blow it. So it's kind of like this awkward
I know
thing.
that
Like
it's usually like, is this okay? Is it
Right.
alright if I do this to her? And she's, it's like,
right.
okay.
And then like he's kind of like, but then when you concentrate on him, you're worrying like, is she getting pissed? That I'm like,
Or when she goes to the bathroom, he tries to like do other stuff with you.
I know somebody that actually got into a huge domestic dispute over that. Like she went to the bathroom and they continued on.
Yeah.
She beat the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like beat the tar out of him. That was not
That
acceptable.
didn't happen that night for me. Anyway.
Somebody got beat.
Ew.
Yeah. But then I could see she comes back and like
Yoink.
you're messing around with her partner and she's like, oh my God, he's really into this girl. Now I've made a mistake. It's not good.
You tapped out.
Yeah.
Tag teaming. Oh shit.
Distance is your friend. Most distant relationships are much better fodder for threesome farming. This is simply because you're less present and therefore you have a slight air of mystery. This is advantageous. It still doesn't work, incidentally, but it seems a little bit closer to, like, if you're less acquainted with these people, then this is probably a good thing. Because then it's, like, more sexy than if you're like, let's screw Phil
Like if I
tonight.
never see them again, I'm cool.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Next, strangers know best. A stranger is the sexual equivalent of one of those moist wipes for your ass. You use it in your naughty places and then it's gone for good. You don't have to see it again. But here's the issue with just having sex with random strangers. Weirdness, disease, quirks. They could be crazy, disease, possible lack of attraction like halfway through it, disease. Yeah, did we say disease? If these people are making a habit of having sex with random strangers, even if they say, oh, we're careful all the time. How do you trust that? They're a stranger. They have sex with strangers without care. Hard to believe anything that they say and that they haven't picked something up along the way or are carrying the Black Plague. You don't know that. You probably, if not, you should have that in the back of your mind the whole entire time you're having sex. So the whole time you're like, what if this person is totally infected with grossness?
Doesn't stuff fall off when you have a black plague?
Selfie time. So those are the reasons that threesomes are not as awesome. And then one last thought is if you do 2 women, chances are they are more into each other than you. And if you do a guy and a girl, be prepared to have the awkward gay stuff happen. Never had a threesome with a guy and girl where some gay activity in advance has had to be stopped. No girl in the world is worth that if you're not into that. So there you go.
Clearly not a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, great. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. It's been the weirdest morning.
It's been bizarre, that's for sure.
Coming up, we have that afternoon show at 2, and we have Rock Ranger at 4, and your requests all day. Let me know what you want to hear. Email me, Stacy at urlradio.net. That's Stacy at urlradio.net. Everybody have a lovely day.